My name is Luciani, also known as Ascending Synergy. We'll be getting into your August 2019 reading. Thank you so much for coming to this channel. I appreciate your energy and love. So let's just get started. I'm going to pull an oracle to start off your reading and understand what the energies are, overall message for you for the month of August. Messages for Libra Spirit. Messages that you have for Libra. Okay. So we had two that came out here. So we have 27, breaking down to a 9. So there's something that's being completed, okay? And then we have 20. So 2 plus 0 is 2. So there's some sort of decision making on something that we, whether we not want to be done with some situation, some kind of completion is coming to an end. It might have a lot to do with your freedom now at this point, Libra. Okay, this is choices. This is movement. Not want to feel enslaved anymore, really needing to be released, okay? This is also, looking at the circumstances that might be going through for the month of April. I keep saying April, so that's interesting, but August, and really surrendering to something, embracing something, but if we're lacking, if we have like a lot of apathy, but in truth, it is the purest form of love and compassion, okay? This is the spiritual concept that we might be transitioning from. The spiritual concept from apathy to the purest form of love and compassion. So this is like really needing to be free from yourself or needing to free yourself. And how can you live in freedom, essentially? And I feel like that's the choice that we're making here, because we're going to be a little bit more rejoicing our life in the month of August. There's something here that we're just excited about. It frees us, it unbounds us. It really transitioned us into like really in this heart space here. There's a lot of compassion coming in and love and fullness. And if anything that we were just feeling empty on or rejected or restricted, we're really at this cross roads here to really kind of tap into our divine power, okay? This month of August, it's like something that could be a current experience or a situation that's really moving into a more heartful place, like a more profound impact on you. Really crying tears of truth releases will no longer suit you, creating a space for what is now needed. You're creating space, Libra, to really like feel free. And this is actually a very beautiful energy here. There's a lot of you're being adored, or you're learning how to adore yourself, okay? This is very, very, very beautiful energy. So let's get into some tarot to get more into this message here. For the month of August. Libra, I feel like something from your past that we're still holding on to that really devastated us, that really There was a level of betrayal that occurred here. There's a big focus on that. And it was supposed to fill us up emotionally, spiritually, in a very a loving, compassionate way. But I just feel like you're realizing how to open up your heart again after something dreadful happened. It could have been the death of a loved one. It could have been, yeah, something that really tore us up. Just a terrible marriage that crumbled apart. Just something, just feeling really stabbed in the back. Just a lot of, it could have been a third party situation that went down. Or it could have just been a lot of betrayals and heartache here. And I feel like we're in a space now. Yeah, we're in a space of healing. You put a lot of time and effort into it, and you're just realizing that you had to walk away to celebrate yourself again. It's walking away, making a choice to leave, to rejoice again. There's this, it was like this incoherence that could be taking place. And I'm saying for the month of August, but I feel like this is something that was heavily influenced from your past. That's here on the board, where, you know, some time was needed to really go through our soul. Really taking time alone, I feel like, is the choice to really leave something that really betrayed us, or a perception on it, or still feeling the pain of it. It's like this decision whether or not to pursue staying in that space, or actually just going on your own and exploring it, like a retreat. I'm feeling there's something here where you're meeting your mastery self here. But I just feel like someone may be having a lack of compassion to someone else's heart, literally. And it's like devastating, because this was supposed to feel very joyous and very beautiful, and it ended up turning to be very defensive, always defending your heart, always defending your honor, defending your, like, unblocking your heart, things that feel like are just going ups and downs here. And again, I feel like Spirit Advice is saying, don't be afraid of change, okay? Don't refuse to make this decision. I do feel like there's a level of inner darkness here, and the path that we're taking needs a little bit more compassion to it. And I feel like that's what truly liberates us, creating compassion. You guys could be in so much guilt about something, or so much pain about something, that we're not necessarily celebrating ourselves, or we're just staying in this very sad space, which makes sense if we're mourning the death of someone. I feel like just really be compassionate with yourself if you're feeling any guilt surrounding it. If this is for my Libras who are not sure whether or not to leave a situation behind that is stemming from our past, I'm getting a big inclination that they're really not seeing your heart, Libra. You know, the more you're giving your heart, the more I feel like they lack compassion, are very apathetic to your needs and wants and of that nature here. And it's always a constant battle and struggle and defense mechanisms that have to be enforced to really shun this energy away. But it leaves us really feeling yucky at the end. Let me clarify these energies. Yeah, there's definitely a decision here. I feel like we're not making it just due to the fact that we don't know. Yeah, we don't know what is coming up, but there's something here with the Three of Wands here. It's time to defend our honor is what I'm getting. Finding the courage, finding the will, finding the dedication and honoring yourself and defending yourself in a way that you can see the road ahead. Really, you guys are very intuitive with this High Priestess. Be very intuitive about what needs to die, what needs to go, what needs to be released, what needs to end here. Yeah, and the reason, and we might be feeling very caged emotionally. That's why we might be coming off as very apathetic, or some of us could feel like a lack of compassion here, just because of the things that happened from our past that left us very sad and confused. And I really truly feel like you guys are opening up your heart again for the month of August. It's like we have to find that love again to open us back up from the experiences that we really felt hard in our hearts. I'm getting. For Libra. Spirit. Yeah. I feel like this could have been a relationship that just didn't work out. And yeah, it just came crumbling down and just really could have just really left us shocked, honestly, and devastated. And there's a lot of swords here. I just feel like someone really manipulated you guys. Or this is, you know, vice versa, if this was someone who felt like that. But there's a lot of level of meditation that has to go on. Decisions have to be made. Decisions, mainly finding your freedom and being single for some of you guys. Finding your freedom and being single here. Finding your freedom, yeah, really leaving this relationship behind. It could have been a third-party situation that really zapped us of our energy. We're not learning about this person. We're still stuck on them. And we have to really now come into our intuition, our deep-seated, high spiritual minds here, to see that we might have to walk away from this. It's leaving us really defeated here. And it's a very challenging relationship that, you know, it's like we feel the soulmate energy quality to them. But the way they move, Libra, is very restrictive and very apathetic. They're not really kind and know your heart, and they don't really match that vibration that you have in your heart. And that's something that you're really wanting from them, but it just seems like they're not going to be that type of energy for you. And now there's this, I don't know what to do, but you do know what to do. And it's like really hard for you to make this decision. But I feel like throughout April, if you don't make the decision, Spirit is going to make this decision, because they recognize that you're deeply hurt. Okay? They really do. And they're going to intervene for you. And it's going to be beautiful. This is that type of tower moment here that it's devastating, it's shock, it's uncomfortable, but it actually brings you back to yourself. It liberates you in a way. You can rejoice again, love yourself again. You could be hanging out with a group of friends that help you transition out of this too. So we have some advice that came out here. We have 3 here that came out. We have mountains, stand your ground. As I mentioned, it's time to really be courageous, standing your truth, Libra. This is not the time to sacrifice yourself no longer in this connection, okay? Water guardian, connect with your emotions. And she will unleash the wild within. All right. Let's see where I'm going to put that. I'll just put that here. Um, yeah, guys, as this one here with mountain stain your ground, this feels definitely like what I was mentioning here with the strength here in the reverse and the four of pentacles here in the reverse. There's something that you have to stand firm on opening up your heart too. There's a big influence on needing to unblock yourself of the things that we really put boundaries around. And I feel like barricading our heart isn't going to do us no justice here. It's really time to really open up again. If this is something that we're still stuck from in the past and we're no longer with them, but we're still feeling that energy here. We're still feeling it. And it's a challenge, it's pressure. So this is spirit. This is really knowing that your spirit is more powerful than we think. Really realize how resilient and grounded you are here. Okay? This is inviting us to stay exactly where we are, talk things over with those around us. Okay, this is a lot of expansion that could be taking place for you guys if we just allow ourselves um, to really feel these energies um, coming in and really helping us transition here. Now with she wolf here, what I'm getting from this energy is it's like a lot of talents and desires that you could be having here. This is guiding us to reconnect with our rebellious side, actually, our rebellious heart. So it's like taking courage to gain a rebellious heart here, because your heart is so pure and so loving and so open that now it's time to really be rebellious and be in the courage to chase after your hopes and dreams now, taking the direction that you want to go take in. The life you want is really here for you in the month of August here. And that's just the advice that's really coming through for me here. The last one here with guardian. What I'm getting from this particular energy is that this is taking time to really understand how we really feel. Just know that your sensitivity is not a curse, but it's a gift that allows you to receive and understand messages directly from your soul here. So it doesn't matter if you're joyous or sad, these all are powerful messages that's allowing us to understand what we want and what we need. Time to take really deep breaths and acknowledge them. It lets us flow through rather than crashing down as an overwhelming wave, okay? Again, I feel like there's a big influence on intuition arising here. Any psychic messages or intuitive messages at this time that's coming up in the month of August, we have to acknowledge everything as it comes up so that we don't miss the important guidance that's leading us support and love, okay? So these are the messages I have for you, Libra. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for coming to this channel. Bye.